On behalf of the College of Engineering here at the University of California, Berkeley, I'd like to welcome you to the celebration of the 50th anniversary of the Earthquake Simulation Laboratory here at the Richmond Field Station. The shaking table is the central feature of this laboratory, and it was the first of its kind when it was built. And today, at 20 feet by 20 feet in lateral dimensions, it is still the largest multi-directional shaking table in the United States. Now, you all probably already know that with 6 degrees of motional freedom, and the hydraulically powered and electronically controlled shaking table can be programmed to simulate ground motions during earthquakes. And it can subject structures weighing up to 100,000 pounds to movement with horizontal accelerations up to 1.5 Gs. Now, this sophisticated earthquake simulation system has well-served researchers, the industry, and also outreach programs over the past 5 decades. And it is very well managed by the Pacific Earthquake Engineering Research Center, or PEER. So let me just take a moment to say a few words about PEER. PEER was established in 1996, and it was started as a consortium of 9 universities located along the west coast of the United States. And in 1997, it gained stature as a center funded by the National Science Foundation as one of a very small number of engineering research centers. So the National Science Foundation funded PEER for 10 years, and today it has grown to be the largest and, I would say, the most successful earthquake engineering research and education center in the US and probably worldwide. It now comprises 11 core academic institutions and also includes 9 educational affiliates. And it involves up to 150 faculty each year, 600 students, and about 35 professional partners. And I know many of them are represented here. And the annual operating budget exceeds $1 million, and research funding directly is also exceeding more than $2.5 million per year from a variety of sources, so federal, state, and private sources. Now, to advance earthquake engineering knowledge, technology, and practice, PEER researchers have collaborated across a broad range of disciplines, so spanning from engineering to the social sciences. And PEER also collaborates with other organized research units here at Berkeley and beyond. One example is the Berkeley Seismological Research Laboratory, whose MyShake smartphone applications are going to be featured today as part of the demo. Also, PEER partners with many engineering firms, some of whom are represented here today. Today's demo also is going to showcase the use of shape memory alloys. And I'm mentioning this because it's quite interesting because at Berkeley in the College of Engineering, we are going to expand our engineering student center. We're going to build a couple of floors, and we're going to use those shape memory alloys. So it's kind of like a living experimental test bed. And that building was designed by the engineering firm Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill, SOM for short. So, the work that's done here does have direct impact in society and also on campus. Now, after the NSF funding for PEER ended in 2008, it successfully transitioned to a variety of sources of the funding for over $1 million a year from federal, state, local, and regional agencies and industry partners. So just a couple of examples. Today, PEER manages several multi-year, multi-institutional projects, and I'll just give 3 examples. That does risk assessment of natural gas storage and distribution systems for the California Energy Commission. Second example is that it assesses the performance of retrofitted homes, which have crawl spaces, for the California Earthquake Authority. And the third example is that PEER helps to inform the design of bridges that are subjected to tsunami loads for the Federal Highway Administration and a consortium of Western states. In addition, PEER manages the Transportation Systems Research Program, which is funded by the state of California and has supported dozens of projects totaling almost $6 million over the last 4 years. So PEER really has expanded far beyond its original mission, and today it is accessible to researchers and the public. It actively engages in outreach by hosting annual meetings, researcher workshops, something called blind prediction contests, which I hope to learn about, and by publishing public research reports. So all of these activities has led to more opportunities for PEER researchers to apply their experience and expertise to other extreme hazards beyond earthquakes. And so in closing, I'd just like to congratulate the PEER leadership and the entire PEER team for your success and to wish you all continued success. I look forward to seeing the Shaking Table continue to serve researchers, educators, students, and earthquake professionals from across the U.S. and worldwide for many more years to come. And with that, I'll hand it back over to Director Masalam. He'll give you a more detailed presentation and also talk about the